Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for FA Cup Round 5. Wrexham fall to Chelsea 4-2. And you know what? Here's my response. Sometimes when you lose, you win. And today, I think we won. Obviously, if you watched the watch along, we went through the entire ride, 120 minutes today. And I'm going to take it a little bit different today. A lot different, actually. And yeah, Donna, I'm just going to take it a little bit different today. I'm not going to go in hard. I'm going to go back. And because I just watched Rob and Ryan, I watched this interview with them on right here. I'm not going to play all of it, but I'm going to just slow this down and just do that.
Rob, Ryan, a roller coaster of emotions, I'm sure. How do you sum that one up? We'll come to you first, Ryan.
Well, it feels like a win to me. We were hosting Chelsea at the Racecourse Ground in Wrexham. I mean, if you look back 5 years, people wouldn't even say the name Wrexham, and you know, cut to today, and they can't stop saying the name Wrexham without a eating grin on their face.
He censored himself, yeah.
You know, it's a profound shift in everything about this community, and
Thank you, Esteban.
The town has lifted its fortunes with the club, and that's the thing that I think early on Rob had identified that that if the town succeeds in lockstep with the club, we've done something wonderful. If one succeeds without the other, then we're missing something.
How special is this group of players? What have you been saying to them in
the
room just now?
Well, they were buzzing back
Yeah.
there, and we were hoping that was the case because you could feel the excitement at the end of the game in the stadium. Yeah. The supporters saw what they just put into that game. They gave it everything. We're playing one of the best teams in the world. And for them to go out there and make it as competitive as they did was incredible. And, VAR is up for debate. I don't know.
Do you like it?
I guess
Do you hate it?
I want to say, Rob,
can you believe something on this? I think the chant was VAR.
It's not mine.
So I'm going to stop it right there. And that's really all we need to hear today. It is. So you watched the watch-alongs. It's more of a confession today than anything else. How's that? It's more of a confession. That I think that's it. And if someone wants to come and join me, I'm happy to have someone come and join me as well tonight because I'm in that mood. Just if you're in your bathtub, no more bathtubs. That's it. You have to have a fucking shirt on, man or woman or alien. That's it. Shirts are on. No more bathtubs. Look. The reaction is this. We are 5 hours later, 6 hours later, whatever it is. I had to go do some things and had some time to spend some time with some friends. No one picked us to win this game. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. We had everything went against us today. But it doesn't matter. That's Wrexham. And I'd rather have it that way. Would have loved to have won today. Would love to have won today. But I'm so proud of this team. I'm so proud of what we're doing. And we are okay to be critical. I was very critical of a couple players during the match, one being AO. And it is what it is. That's football. He can take it and he'll know it. And I don't need to rehash it. Other players. But what happened today was $1 billion worth of football players against 50 million, let's say 50 million pounds. But it's not always what is about the money. Yes, when it comes to big stakes, I understand that is what it's about. But why we love this team and why we sit here and we do watch-alongs, why we do shows every single day, multiple shows, why we support this club, whether you supported them before they took over, Rob and Ryan, or after they took over, it doesn't mean anything. But this is the purity of what football is all about. This is why I started watching football today. Heartache, love, everything in there. My friend BJ was in the pub down the street from me, and I would love to have gone and watched that match with him. He's one of my best friends. Love him. Phi Alpha brother. And he was there, and there was nobody there when he got there. And all of a sudden, all the Chelsea people started coming in. And he was like, it's about who do you support and going in there. It's about love. And I think today we won today. Wrexham won today. Football won today. Football also lost today with VAR and also, but that's football. But we won today. I'm not going to take anything away from this team. The fight was out there. Every single player, blood, sweat, and tears went after it. I'm so impressed by it. And the reflection sitting back, and maybe this is a confessional. I don't care. I don't give a shit. We do so many shows. One confessional, one happiness. I loved watching Wrexham today. I would have loved to have gone through today. And I think we won this game in a different level. May not be in the day, but in a full scope circle of what's going on, we won today. We did. Chelsea can have it. They can have the W. They can go through, but we won today. Not the hearts and the minds. We won today in a different way. We did. And we'll take it. And I'm so proud of the team. Anyways, thank you for coming in. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to The Local Pundit if you haven't already. Become a member if you haven't already. Get involved with the channel. It's an awesome channel. We are awesome channel. Even though I got booted off of That's Football today from Mark Goldbridge. We won today. There you go. Alan, what's up, dude? Good afternoon, Chief. Afternoon, TLP family. We gave a decent account of ourselves. Gave more than that. But now it's our time to get our head down and concentrate on the league. Up the town. We gave more than a decent. I disagree with you. We gave more than a decent account of ourselves. More than. You couldn't ask for anything more today. You literally could not ask for anything more today. Sam Smith goal, superb. The pass from Doyle, superb. The defense, awesome. Chelsea are a good side. The first goal going in, cleared off the line on their end, fine. It is what it is. They needed VAR. They needed 200 million. It doesn't matter, but we'll see you next year. This should be accountable to the springboards up us through to the next 3 games. Viner showed us that he can cover for Dobson. Brunt and DKD got their feet wet with the big boys and can help us moving forward. Yeah. That's great, Donna. This team did well today, but they must focus on a promotion. We're going to get promoted. We're going to get promoted. We play like that, we're going to get promoted. Now, some people are concerned. My boy BJ was also concerned about the Hull game. Did we expend too much energy out there? The Dobson red card. I mean, there's things that need to happen. But yeah, this is today was just a victory on a different level for Wrexham. Might not be on the pitch with the scoreline, which doesn't reflect what it is. We won today. Make no mistake, we won today. Now, let's go get promoted. That's all I have to say on that. Mark Kocha says, Cucurella, however, you spell his name with the biggest flopper since Neymar. Yeah, embarrassing. Just sad. Absolutely sad. What else? VAR is undefeated. It's able to snatch excitement at any match. Yep. And Josh did indeed, said Pip Karma. Clearly, chairs are nearly thrown. Scarves are waved. It was all happening. Yes. Yep. And you're very welcome, my friend. Nikki D's in the house. Super proud of the team today. I thought they played amazingly well. And not for a few key unlucky moments, we would be in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Absolutely. Listen, that's football. That's why we love the sport. But it's not, in the moment, you're looking at it, you're like, God damn, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But I have to go watch the game back. I might not at some point, but I really just maybe humbled a little bit. Excuse me, humbled a little bit for sure. After listening to the Rob and Ryan interview there and watching them clap the team off. I'm not a happy clapper, as you know that, but I support this team through hell and high water. I like what happened today. And it wasn't a free hit. like, whatever happens, that's not how Wrexham works. It wasn't a free hit. This wasn't, let's just hope we stood up to everything today, and it didn't go our way. And I think Patty said something really profound when he started Extra Time. And shout out to Patty, who puts in a lot of work, by the way. He said something. He's like, a lot of the players we talking about turning over for next season, if and when we go up, he might have thought, maybe not. Maybe they are backups, some starters. And I agree with that. Because it's not all about how much you cost. It's about what you put into it. And I think that's the difference here. And it might not fair for the entire season through a Premier League season. And yes, I know that you can say, oh, okay, all the tropes that happen when you get to the Prem and the Championship. I get it. Those are all there. I've watched football long enough, 20 years, to know what it looks like. But I agree with him. We might not be the side that is flashy and expensive, but maybe we don't have to turn this squad over if we get promoted next season. We have really good players on our team, and we have an extra 10% for the badge. And I know it sounds cliche and kind of like hokey and weird, but an extra 10% for the badge and for what it means to the club. And I'm impressed by that. Esteban says, amen, Donna. Absolutely. Donna's a shot. Hope you're doing well, Donna, by the way. Hip Karma's going to come in. Oh, my. She's going to come save me from myself, probably. Let me just read this last one, Hip Karma. Here we go. Josh, I appreciate your approach to this show. I needed it. Let's enjoy the last stretch of the league. An amazing journey. Absolutely. I'm going to bring Hip Karma in. Hey, now.
Hello. It's good to see you in such a positive, reflective mode. It was such an awesome game.
It was. Took me a while to get there, but I got there. It is.
There was nothing more they could have given.
Nothing. Hip Karma. What else could we have done, Hip Karma? What else?
Nothing. I was so proud of them. I was actually also really proud of the management and medical teams that got that team together.
Jeez.
In front of all of the challenges, as we are all well aware, our midfield doesn't normally look like that.
Nope.
They brought Brunty on, oh my God, as well as Barney. I was proud of both of them. They acquitted themselves so well.
Yeah. I just talked to me 3 hours ago. It might have been a different show that we're talking about right now. But you sit with it and you earn, and like, yeah, but that you go like that's like leaving the match and you go to the match. But now I'm just like, wow, wow. What is there to be? I mean, I'm upset. We won today. We did. Not in the. We won today. That's where I'm going with. We won today.
We did, in so many ways, and I think Mark Griffiths particularly called it a moral victory, and it was.
Yeah.
Our team has proven that it can mix it really well with one of the top six, and convincingly. And I think one of the ESPN UK commentators made the observation it wasn't that they weren't talented enough. That we had the talent. It was simply that they punished our mistakes and VAR.
VAR is, I don't know. Do you have thoughts on the incidents? And I don't want to get, go down that road, but we can if you want to. But he was offside. Fine, fair enough. Handball, maybe not. I mean, but you're right. They punished us because let's be fair. We weren't not talented enough. But you're right. It was. There were some moments in football. The moments happened, right? I would say moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, because I don't watch Premier League, I've just followed Wrexham through the leagues, and that's how I've learnt them. It was my first real exposure to VAR, and intellectually, I can see why they do what
Yep.
they do. From a fan's perspective in the moment, I don't like it. It really stops, and it stops the game flat. It's
Yep.
one of the things that I really don't like about Gridiron, for example. I've tried to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it runs for hours, but there's this tiny amount of action and then there's just nothing for
By the way,
ages.
Gridiron is American football. She's talking about NFL. Just want to point that out to everyone in the States. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It's so for me, I was surprised at just how much it stopped the game entirely. People couldn't even celebrate when they thought they'd won a goal. Sam Smith was talking about that in one of the after interviews.
Yeah, we have Parkinson and we have Callum Doyle at some point. I don't know if I have the Sam Smith one, but yeah, look, yeah, I'm sure you have different feed than I do. Okay.
It was part of the match day live stuff
Got it.
on the Wrexham one. So they had Sam Smith speak there,
Yeah.
and it was one of those things that my heart broke for Lewis Brunt. My heart broke for Lewis Brunt.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault at all. It really
No.
isn't. No. It's instinct. You know what that looks like? Are you going to look down at your toe, where it is, where they're at, you know, and worry about it? It's just, and to his instinct, he put it in the back of the net. That's great. That is so good. And I honestly, you know what? Good to see him out there.
So much so. Much so. He couldn't have done better for his first time back on the pitch, and he puts it in the net. And standing there, anyone normally would be there thinking, oh, I'm basically aligned with the guys in front of me. In the same way, if someone's in a queue and it's like, stand in a line. I think I'm in a line.
I'm in a
looking
queue.
like it.
Yeah.
That's
you
it.
know what's funny, Hip Karma? When they drew it on the pitch, when the VAR, it looked worse than it was. That was, and I think it was a thumbnail. Hab said it. It was a thumbnail. It was literally it was like, if at all. Yeah, it was. But
it was tiny. It was tiny.
What did you think of Parkinson, by the way, tonight?
During the game or after the game?
Just him as a whole tonight, how he approached it and how he, what did you, because he catches so much shit. Dinosaur Parkinson. I'll just be flat out. I think I said it prior to the match. I thought he was going to outcoach him, and he totally outcoached
He did.
match.
He did. For me, people might call him a dinosaur, but there's one thing that no one can deny. He respects the FA Cup. He knows how important it is to the fans, what it means to the fans. He did it for Bradford. He has tried. Look how far he's gotten us.
Yeah.
He doesn't just tick the box when it comes to that. And that was so important, I think, the amount of respect given. And I think based on what I saw of the post-match interview from the other coach, he seemed to respect the hell out of Parky and what he came up against. He should.
Everything went their way tonight. Everything went their way tonight.
It did. It did. He took it. He just went VAR. Yep, I'll take it. It happens.
Yeah.
Fell on his side, but I just couldn't believe it's his coaching style. The other coach, and I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because I'll get it wrong.
I've effed it up all. I will. Rosenior, Liam Rosenior.
Rosenior or something like that. Yeah.
Rosenior. Habs is coming in.
Rosenior, like RO Senior. Okay. It surprised me that he was sitting down, looking at the iPad when he was. I would expect him to be up at the side, A, looking at his men, and B, supporting his men and directing it.
Yeah.
and he would go up, he would be up there for a few minutes, and then he'd go back down again, and it would stun me that he did that. But that's because I have been trained by an old school coach, and I'll take that dinosaur, thank you. I will take that dinosaur every day.
Yeah.
You
know, my hope is on that, Hip Karma.
What?
Sorry to cut you off. I want Parkinson to, he's never done it. I want him more than ever today, after today, to be able to manage in the Prem.
So much.
Yep.
So much so. I want that for him. He deserves it. He has earned it.
He'll get it.
He'll get it. He will. He has built the culture of that, of the management team from, well, the football side of the management team and that culture, and he continues to develop it as new players come in. He works hard to instill it, and it is key to making the difference. They know, like, and trust him.
Agree.
And it becomes the thing that makes the difference. We've talked about it every season, that our players will go that extra mile for each other and for him.
Yeah. It's a difference maker. It's just that little difference maker. I did bring Habs in. Hey, Habs, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Yo, it's Interpol's Most Wanted.
Yep. There you go. Don't tell Hep Karma about that, because she'll come get you.
You're gonna have to find me and catch me for that. I'm probably in France or in Monaco, which is in France.
You're in Monaco. I thought it was south of England.
Well, I could be in Morocco for all I know. So.
Oh, Donna's. I'm bringing Donna in too. Habs, have your say. I know you were on Wrexham time. I heard a little bit of that. I'm bringing Donna in. Donna, just give a sec real quick. Habs is gonna get in. He's had a couple hours to download this Hip Karma as well. And I think tonight, I might not do a traditional doing the interviews, and we might just do it this way. So if that's okay with everybody, let's just do it this way. If that's all right with everybody, and then we can do something tomorrow with the interviews if we want to. But go ahead, Habs and Donna. Thanks for coming in, and Hip Karma. Go ahead, Habs.
Today what we saw was, and I said it in next time as well, but I think what we saw is we've seen there is another level to which our squad has. What we discovered is that the ceiling that we think they have is a lot higher. They probably unlocked a new level they have, in which they have the capacity to play in the Prem. Now, it may not be perfect, but they have that capacity now, and they know how to do it.
Yep.
They've gone up against them. This is the team, and let's just remember as well, Parky, the players that he's built as well, his squads are the type of squads that would run through brick walls for him.
Yeah.
They would run through brick walls for him.
You can't put money in that. Habs, you cannot put money in that. You cannot put money in that. That's
true. I mean, you can buy squads, and you can see that kind of squad in Chelsea. that squad is bought and paid for, but that's always been Chelsea's thing, and I've got no problem. I've got no problem with that.
Yeah.
Except for those with very short memories of history of certain Chelsea fans that don't seem to understand how they got their success. But that's besides the point. The players that we have, they will run through brick walls for Parky, and they have now unlocked a new level they have in which they can play, and they have the capacity to play at a level. Now, it may not be perfect, and there's still more quality that we do need to bring in just to raise the ceiling and raise the bar. But what we have is, like, look at Sam Smith today.
Who had that? I didn't have that on my cards.
How many years has he played in League One?
Someone in the chat get to that, but yeah.
I mean, he's been playing in League One for years, and now we finally see him go up against an actual Prem club with a squad like ours, and we can fight to them. The only reason, here's the thing, it took Chelsea's win today, if you just look at the scoreline alone, if you didn't see the match, the scoreline alone doesn't tell the whole story of a match, and that's the case in a lot of matches. It would be.
That's football. That is football. Yeah.
It is football, and what that tells you is it took Chelsea, a Big Six club that won the Club World Cup, with the squad that they have. Even those that say, "Well, look at you." I've seen people say, "Well, this is our B team or our D team." It's like your B or D team is worth more than our entire squad alone.
It's worth more than our club, and we'll get to Don in a second here. It's more than our club, £300 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's up for debate, but the thing is, it took them in an FA Cup match 120 minutes. So not only regulation time, but extra time, with a red card and VAR, and them having to bring out their high quality players like João Pedro to beat us. It took them that much. So we was one man down and we were still about to win. It was just a toenail, basically, in that VAR line. And I get it. And I understand why people don't like VAR, but there is a reason why it's there. And there's a good reason, because there are some good reasons as to why it's there. But that one was just awful.
It was.
But just remember this: we pushed them to the edge. And it took them all of that just to beat us.
Yeah, and we're not just, by the way, anymore. We're not just anymore. Donna, thanks for coming in. I hope you're feeling tabs. Is making good points there. So is Hip Karma, and happy to have people come in and kind of walk this through. We're going to do, like, the Wrexham reaction is going to be a little different tonight. Donna, how are you feeling, first of all? I know you're recovering from an injury that we're all been rooting for you and behind you. And how are you feeling after the game today? And if you need anyone to talk to, Hip Karma is here.
I'm doing well. I had to go for a walk after that game, and it was kind of fun listening to all the Chelsea, people on their YouTube channels going ballistic about, how crazy it was that, we pushed them to their limits. And if I'm not correct, correct me if I'm wrong, but he made every single sub he could make in that game, didn't he? I think he made the maximum allowance of subs.
Would have been 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He made 6 subs. He did make 6 subs. Yes, he did.
So he used all of his subs, like Hebs was saying, to finish out the game. And that last goal was just like a fluke in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, we were at that point. So yeah. Yep.
It wasn't just a normal sub. They had to bring on their big guns. They had to bring on Malo Gusto. They had to bring on João Pedro. These are the top scorers. These are their top players they have. So I mean, they struggle to beat us, and they had to bring their best players on to beat us.
Yeah. Donna, what was your takeaway from the match fully? I know Hip Karma's had her say, and she will again. Habs, and what was your top of the line? What was there for you today? For our,
I think that they should all be extremely proud of how well they played. I really hope, and I know it's a very quick turnaround of 2 days before they play Hull, but they should go into that game against Hull on a high, not on a low. And in a way, when Macca got, that 3-game suspension, not that I want Dobson to have a 3-game suspension, but that is going to bring Viner out there earlier and called upon, and hopefully he will be like the Thomason with Macca, where it pulls us through. And hopefully by the end of this week, you might see Matty James coming back. Viner might be the hold through Matty James coming back.
He was good though today. Viner was really good.
He was.
He was really good.
And, likewise, the fact that, he brought DKD out. I thought he was going to bring out Scar first over DKD to just hold down the fort during the extra time, but I was really surprised that he brought DKD out to play.
I think he has to at some point get him out there. We need a little bit of that, and I think with the injuries that happened in the middle of the park in front. But yeah. Before I go to Hip Karma, Donna, how are you doing with your injury? How are you recovering?
This Tuesday will be a month out, so every day it gets a little better.
Good. Well, happy you're feeling better. Happy
Thank
feeling
you.
better. Yeah. Hip Karma,
Yes.
Tuesday. Are you worried about Tuesday?
I think it really depends on how the guys pull up, given that we were concerned about Doyle when he came off. I want for him to be okay. Apparently, Max was bleeding profusely.
Where though? I heard them say that. Does anyone have any information on Max? What happened?
I didn't see it. I couldn't tell you.
Does anyone have anything on that? Because the boys said it. Max is bleeding profusely. Where?
I haven't heard anything
do
about
not,
that.
Sorry.
I do not know.
I don't know.
For me, it's going to be how many more injuries, what our injured list looks like.
Yep.
Do you
I
think
think
Doyle was brought out because he was injured or just to have fresh legs out there?
the commentators were saying that he seemed to be favouring something, so that's why I'm concerned about Doyle. For the rest of them, yes, they are physically exhausted, and I support your philosophy, Donna. They should be going in there proud that they have taken it to Chelsea as hard as they have. And there is nothing for them to be ashamed of. There really isn't. So for me, that mental positivity will make a big difference. Would I prefer it a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday? Yes, I would.
Yeah.
And the team will do the team thing and back up.
I would not be surprised if Parkinson doesn't make a ton of changes. I wouldn't be if anyone is out. I wouldn't be. I don't know if you all agree or anyone has. I don't. Passing it around the room here. I wouldn't be. So I mean, I'm looking at the numbers here. I'm just going to go through the starting lineup real quick, numbers wise. Habs and Donna and Hip Karma. AO obviously played the whole game. Max played 112. Heim played the entire game. Doyle played 106. Thomason played the entire game. Dobson got red carded. Sorry. O'Brien played the whole game. Smith played 66. Rathbone 66. Viner 76, and Longman 91 out of 120. So, by the way, yes, Smith was awesome tonight. But there's nothing to take away from us tonight. There really isn't going into that Tuesday game. There really isn't. Really isn't.
I think another thing that's very interesting was two things about Parky's coaching strategies. First of all, they never let the pedal off the metal. They were constantly fighting to get another goal. And, rather than when they got the lead, just parking the bus and, absorbing their attack. And then secondly, he made subs very early, at that 65-minute mark.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think he did that, Habs?
Because Chelsea is a tough team, and you need to bring in more quality to be able to push through. I mean, you're going to get tired legs, and plus you got a match against Hull as well, so you have to bring in some people to be able to continue on. We are quite light with some of the people on the bench, but he needed to do that. I mean, there were some people that needed to come on. Broadhead, he changed up the game as well. There were moments where you just think, just the entire match, our passing game has improved, but it has a purpose. It has as well. You see it with Prem teams all the time where they just pass incessantly. They do all the time. It's just passing and passing and passing for the sake of passing, just so they can build up some kind of pointless stats. It's stat padding for the purpose of stat padding. But what we did is that every time we got the ball, we passed and we kept going forward and forward and forward. And I've seen a lot of Chelsea supporters on TikTok as well.
Mhm.
They were just like, "What?" Every time, and others and their rivals as well. They were saying every time we had the ball, we kept going forward, and
I think we
even
only,
when we
sorry, I know you got to pause for a second. I knew, but because I knew there's an echo. I think we only stopped for about 5 minutes in the match going forward.
more or less. I mean, the thing is that whenever we got the ball, we just kept moving forward with it. We found space, and our passing it was on point today.
We look great.
We are unlocking new levels now. We found a new level we have. Now it may just be the what was it? The clicking in moment now. It's clicked in moment.
Sorry, can I ask what I'm gonna just do this because only Hip Karma and Donna and Habs will know. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get the troller in here. How's this? Ready? Can I Hip Karma, Donna, Habs, you see this? Tony says, "What a joke. This club has become an effing joke." Tony goes on to say, "I miss the days of old when we weren't so fake." You do not support Wrexham at all. You don't. You just don't. And that's all I'll give it to. Unless you're going to come on, there you go. Sorry, Habs, I apologize. Hip Karma, Donna, there you go. Anyone else want to keep going here on an actual intelligent conversation?
The
I'll
thing
simply
is that
say-
Sorry, someone.
go ahead.
I'll simply say you're successful when you're collecting trolls.
Yep,
That's for you as well as the team.
absolutely.
The thing is, I wanted to say is that you will have these types of people on here that will still dream about being back in the National League days. They are mentally stuck in there. The problem is that if you want to have the success, if you want to have the money, if you want to have all the things that you want for this club to get anywhere, no club can be isolated, especially in the National League. And you can try and do a Luton if you want, but look where they are now.
Yeah. And look at the teams that go up and down. Donna, I mean, where are you at with what we could be doing, more for the team as far as like, I know you're a swimmer, correct?
Yes.
And as far as injuries concerning going into Tuesday and what we did today, do you with the injury to Dobson in his wrist, I know you're not a doctor, but you play one on TV. I mean, or maybe Hip Karma does. I don't know. But I don't know. Are you fearing that there could be, we expel too much energy tonight?
I think that, well, when you think about it, the game on Tuesday is in the evening. So it will be a full 3 days. It's not like they're playing Wednesday night and then playing the first game on Saturday. There are a few more hours in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they're just the players that played the most time, I don't see them really doing much of anything. Do you? Between now and then?
Anyone else have Hip Karma, Habs? What do you think? Either one?
Other than getting a good massage?
I don't know. I mean, normally the old days they go out to the turf and have a pint, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same as
Bruce,
anymore, mate.
Smith was talking about normally being, or actually Chomp was saying that Smith's normally first to the sauna and managing himself kind of out of the session. So I suspect that they will be taking care of their bodies and eating right and getting rest and potentially just having a light session Monday.
Yeah.
I don't see them being worked hard at all.
Because
Yeah.
I think there were only 3 guys left on the bench that were available to go in the game.
Yeah, the 3
One
guys,
of them being Ward, and the other
Ward,
Scar and
J-Rod, and J-Rod.
J-Rod.
Yeah, and J-Rod. Yeah, I'm not going to give Tony any more. He's clown. Yeah, the
You
only 3.
know, I was gonna also bring up, a lot of people got on Lewis O'Brien for missing that one shot. Josh Windass missed a shot. I mean, you go down the lineup, everybody missed the shot. Max missed a shot. Everybody that took a shot missed it. And I think that we just need to lay off Lewis O'Brien. I think he's an easy target. But
Yeah,
there are so many other players that missed shots in today's game that were slightly off. Like even on that free kick that they had just outside the box, and him and Windass and Broadhead were discussing and strategizing, and then it just went right over. Wasn't even on target.
that is a great shout. You can't blame it on, you just like the Buckner. I know it's kind of American sports, like the through his legs, and that's the one thing. And again, you can't just blame it on one thing. And psychology there, of like, that's the moment that happened. And Windass's header wide, and Lewis O'Brien goes, he has to put away. Now trust me, go and watch the watch along. I'm watching it as a fan. You know what I mean? So I am totally guilty, and I'm also totally transparent to know that I can circle back and take a moment, like, shit, I was watching it in the moment, and you're watching it. That's why we love watching it all together, because we're watching it as fans. And now sitting back, you're right, Donna. Like, you cannot blame, shit, he was wide on this. He missed that. He missed the tackle. AO went down. He should it up. You know what I mean? It's part of the game, and that's why we love it too. So that's why we love it. Hip Karma, can you deal with this in the chat or no?
They're not worth my energy, really. And so I'm supporting Esteban's "Don't feed the trolls."
We don't have any things there, but yeah. What say you? What else is on your mind, Hip Karma, in regards to the match and where we should be looking at? And we're not doing it normal, like the Parkinson interview. I know there's a Parkinson interview up. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. We'll save it for Ring and Rant with Ken, and he can do these tomorrow as well. But I want to talk to all of us, and I think we just need to go on this and be on the train of just like, you know what? Fuck it. Awesome. We won today. We won it.
Absolutely.
We won it in that manner. And I'm not like that, Hip Karma, but today,
I do.
You won me over. And yeah, go ahead.
For me, one of the greatest things about this is that it's a statement of intent. We can do this. Look at us. We can do it. It has reaffirmed to all of the players on that pitch and to all of the players in the squad who are watching, we can bring it to the best. Last year's champions, we can bring it to the best.
Yeah.
They are not better than us. It's simply that they will punish our mistakes faster. And there is so much to be proud of there.
Yeah.
And for me, I hope that knowledge will feed their psyche as they go through the rest of this season. Mm-hmm. It's so important for them to know that, we can do this. Imposter syndrome is real. And as Habs was saying earlier, Sam Smith, everyone was asking when we hit the championships, can he do it? He's just scored the first goal against a Prem team. These guys have been dreaming of playing against Prem teams. And they've done it. I mean, look at Dobbo, who was out there in his red cast, and he was a beast for as long as he was on that pitch.
Beast. And by the way, Hip Karma, just so you know, look, that's a freeze frame. Look at that right there. Look at the smile on Rob and Ryan. And we lost today. We won today. We won. Right there.
The fans are cheering. The fans are cheering, even though we lost. Well said.
Well said, Hip Karma.
And I can't remember if you played far enough into their interview, but they were saying that it was interesting because Parky said that in his post-game interview that the locker room was quiet, but clearly by the time that Rob and Ryan got in there, It
you want-
was,
Hello? Can I call you back? I'm live on a show. All right, call you back. Bye.
so Parky said in his interview that the locker room was quiet, but clearly by the time Rob and Ryan got in there, they mentioned that the spirits were high. You know,
Mhm.
they were proud of what they had done when they walked into the locker room. So they didn't stay low for very long. If, you know, the after game low of we lost, but then they clearly had been moving forward, like Hip Karma said.
I said this is the Rudy game, and I don't know if Habs or Hip Karma. If you, Donna, I know you know. It's more of an American sport, but this is like a Rudy game, you know, like getting out there and doing. And you know, what's I listen? What's there to be upset about?
Nothing. They all played to their best of their abilities today. Maybe they might, you know, have been higher to go, but
Maybe more. Yeah. Yep. Sorry.
they met the expectations. And for many of them, they surpassed it. And who knows where they're going to go after today's game.
Give me some stats, Hip Karma, Donna, and Habs. Take it however you will. They had 68% possession, 31. Total shots for Wrexham, 19, 21 for Chelsea. Shots on target, 7-5. 9 corners to Wrexham, 4 for them. That's not bad.
I like that corners stat.
Right? Don't you?
We were bringing it to them.
Yeah.
We couldn't get corners if we weren't bringing it to them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about this. When Sam Smith has been playing in League One for donkey's years. He comes through to us. We get promoted, and he had that incredible goal that he scored to get us into the championship. That what was it called? It was like kung fu kick or whatever. It was completely unusual, but let's say we got that. But that is a Sam Smith type goal. Now he's in the championship. He was shaky at first, and now he's coming into his own after he played Sheffield United and he started coming on. He started firing all of a sudden and started shooting. Now we got into the FA Cup and further into it, we've seen his quality. We saw it against Nottingham Forest. We could have got a third goal in the first half with Sam Smith. He just missed that. And then he went up against Chelsea. And he had to deal with the defenders. And it was a typical Sam Smith goal. Go long, he'll chase it down. He was outrunning Tosin, He was so much faster than the defenders. They could not touch him. And he managed to get the ball. Think about this for a second. He has the capacity to play in the Prem with us. He has that capacity to do it. Just get in the service and he'll get there. And it was a beautiful pass by Callum Doyle as well.
And by the way, sorry, I know I have to get a pause. We're going to get until everyone else in here starts down. He had no service until he got service. Viner tried that ball one time, and then Doyle tried it the second time to test him, and then he put it in the back of the net. One shot, one goal.
And don't forget, he, like Rathbone, started out the season with an injury.
Yep.
So when he came back onto the field, it took him a while to get back into his confidence mode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Martin Tidd, I'll pass it around again to Martin Tidd says, we can hold our heads up high and look at the future knowing we can take it to big dogs in the Premier, and in that performance, other teams in the championship will be very worried. I think this should propel us, and this is why I think we're to win. And I know everyone's nervous about Hull on Tuesday. Hip Karma mentioned that. Donna did, and so did you, Habs. But I mean, if we're recovery, let's say we're at maximum, like everyone's healthy, whatever. Not healthy, but healthy enough. We should fear nobody. We should fear nobody. Hip Karma, you agree with that?
Totally. I totally agree with it. And it is simply confirmation. It's the same kind of mindset that had us beat Coventry earlier in the season. We were the first team to do it, if I recall correctly, and I may be wrong. and I'll own it if I am. I was thinking when Donna was talking and Habs was talking about Sam and Ollie Rathbone, my mind went back to the seasons when Mullen had surgery or he had been injured. And the observation was made then, and it's still true now, that confidence is so much a part of a striker's success. Their belief that they can put it back in the back of the net. And our strikers have all had evidence, that they can do that in the championship, and some of them now have had evidence that they can do that against Prem teams, against both Nottingham Forest and against Chelsea. It's that cumulative proof that people often need to support their belief that yes, they can do it.
Yeah.
Because everyone has wobbles in confidence. You can be
everything in life.
In everything. Everything. And just because someone's in the Premier League and being paid $300 million doesn't mean that they're not having a wobble in confidence as well. Or if they've had a fight with their other half or something and they wonder, this kind of proof, just proof that they can look back at and evidence, I can do that. We can do that. And it's not even what we would have considered our first 11. It's nowhere near what we would have considered our first 11. And look at how we rise. And I will not continue to quote a Maya Angelou poem, but yeah, we rise.
We rise. There we go. I love it. By the way, fire Parky. Can't beat Chelsea. Who can we beat? Well done, Hazard. Exact. Oh man, never again.
I just hope that on Tuesday we carry on with the same relentlessness that we attacked this game with, and I hope that Parky doesn't go back to, oh, we score a goal, let's just sit back. We showed that we can score and hold off a top 6 Premier team with a relentless attack.
Yeah, I agree with it. Sorry, everyone's just not cameraing tonight, and we have do a couple minutes here, and I gotta go. Esteban's in toilet. Sounds like he just flushed.
No, I did not flush. I closed the window. I closed the blinds.
Put the toilet seat down, dude. What are you doing? Come on.
I closed the blinds. Come on, man.
I don't know. You're off camera. There you go. I can see whatever I want. I don't know. What do you have to say, my friend? Good to have you in. And
Listen,
you're on.
You're on a bathtub.
Yeah. Sorry. Go. Say again.
I really like what Hip Karma was saying, which inspired me to come on. And one of the things that I've been hearing a lot from the, I think it was from the Triple R guys, maybe it was from the Fears. I don't know. One of those other podcasts. One of those other lesser podcasts.
What, like That's Football that booted me off this morning?
No, the Fearless in Devotion guys or the Triple R guys. Anyway, one of the things that we're saying is that, whereas so many other teams have one or two guys that are like, in double digits in scores, we have like 6 guys that are in single, maybe double digit scores, but everyone's scoring. And like, I have been thinking about how much of a team effort it has been this entire season. And I think that's, I have so many wonderful memories of the season because there's so many beautiful things happening. The team effort that's happening with everyone getting on the scoreboard, everyone just putting their body on the line for Parky, people coming off the bench and playing the clutch. I mean, just so many great things have happened. And like tonight was such a culmination of all those things. Like even if we didn't win, like you're everybody's right. This felt like a win because of how many things came together for this amazing performance. And it's one of those. It's It's one of those like, are you not entertained? I'm like, fuck yeah, we're entertained. Today we were absolutely entertained, and it was amazing. It was wonderful to watch, and it was embarrassing for the Chelsea guys to be throwing themselves down and like everybody saw that, right?
Yeah.
And
Don't start me on the flopping. Don't start me on the flopping, Esteban.
Oh, but no, let's
Man.
do it. Esteban, let's have her do it. Sorry, I love. Doesn't everyone want to hear the flopping Karma rant? Let's go.
Hello, yes, please.
It's called simulation.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, they weren't even going for like the Razzie Awards. They were really trying to go for like, they were past Razzies. They were working up towards daytime Emmy Awards.
This isn't
just. Oh my god!
Think about that. No, hip karma. Think about that carefully, right? They're doing that because they respect us.
That's true. That is totally fair.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time with that. Please explain.
I am wondering though, Habs, if and this is potentially something that, you know, Josh could do as a side hustle. I'm wondering if they actually retain acting coaches so that when you go down, this is the most convincing wail when their leg is about approximately this position. This is how you play it, you know, as opposed to if you get pushed in the back, this is how you go down and this is how you wail. And you need 2.5 to 3 rolls, and you need to fling the hair about if you've got lettuce. I could not. I just could not. I thought, are they, at what age do they start that? Do they start doing like the acting sessions at about 14, 15?
That's way too late. Hip cards, way too
Clearly, they started him early because the first guy that went down and flopped around was the kid that they brought in from the academy.
Oh,
yes, he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Garnacho was doing that as well.
With the bad haircut and the headband.
Yeah, that kid.
Well, we had him rattled when like Kiefer Moore and that other tall guy from the Chelsea team were forehead.
Battlefield.
He really had him going.
Yeah.
Are you on about with Mark Cucurella?
Disgusting. The child and disgusting. It's disgusting.
The thing with Mark Cucurella, he does that with everyone. He does that with it. He is pure rage bait. He is. He does that with everyone. The thing is, you hate him because he's the opposition, but if you had him, you would absolutely love him employing such dark arts on everyone.
I wouldn't want him. He's not like a Maca. He's not a Maca. We like the dark arts. There's a different. There's a fine line. There's a Maca in a way where it's like, okay, he's on our side. That guy Cucurella, it's like it's not worthy. It like doesn't fit. It's too much, you know. I don't get. I like a little bit, but when you go that extra, it's like you're a thirst trap. You know what I mean? And you're married. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is though with McLean is that he would. I mean, he did a bit of that, but you know, if you tried anything with him, he's going to knock you out.
Yeah.
And he's going to spark you. He will. So that's one of the things. But I mean, it's funny because I remember the West Ham match that he had with him, and then Traore just threw him. He did. That was funny. That was. You've got to see it where Mark Cucurella, he tries to do a dark arch, and Traore was so angry, he just picked him up and threw him to the side. And then you see João Pedro tries to challenge him, and he's like, and then you see the camera, and his eyes open up. It's like his entire life flashed before his eyes. It's hilarious.
Are you talking about the guy from West Ham?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Can you guys post that in the Discord off topic? Because I really want to see that now.
Did you see all those memes of him looking like the Hulk? Like the guy from West Ham. Yeah, that was hilarious.
We definitely had them rattled though, because Thomason almost got into it with somebody. And I
Yeah.
think it's because in the Premier League, they're allowed to just have free reign at passing the ball around and then go on attack. And our guys were playing a man on man, and we were in their space. We were in forcing them to be physical. And I don't think they were used to that kind of play. And they're young guys. There weren't a lot of experienced players until they brought the subs in.
Mhm.
And I think that really rattled them. Our style of play is not what they're used to seeing at the Premier League.
No, it's kind of like the NBA. Sorry, Hap, you're going to go. It's kind of like the NBA. It's like, oh, no, a touch foul. Here we go. They learn how to unplay the game, how it's supposed to be played, because they're expected to get the call or expected to get, the play on or some things like that. That's all. They're expected to get that. And Parkinson, what he did tonight, he said, go and let them know you're there. Get first into them, touch tight, and make sure you let them know you're there. That's what Parkinson did tonight. And, unfortunately, some things went are the other way.
We got in their heads. We absolutely got in their heads.
Yeah.
And that's another favorite thing of mine about the season is how much we got into other teams' heads and how much we've made them play frustrated to the point where they all start diving. And it's great. It's great to see. And that happened maybe at minute 35. They started playing frustrated. So
They did.
I loved it.
I'm being selfish. I'm going to ask this question, and we can go around the horn. Whoever wants to have it first. And I didn't want to do this, but I just looked down and I saw something. All right. Arthur Okonkwo. Someone take it.
It wasn't his best game. It wasn't. And are we saying that people cannot have a bad game?
Yeah.
After everything that he's done for us this season.
He can have a bad game.
The amazing saves that he has done for us.
You're a little muffled, Hip Karma. Sorry.
Damn it. The earbuds moved.
Still muffled. It's probably Ken's fault.
Yes, we'll blame Ken.
Yeah.
That's my position. Could you hear me, or was it too muffled?
You're still muffled.
Damn it.
Now you're not. When you yell, you're not.
Oh, don't tempt me.
Go ahead.
So my position is basically he had a bad game, and our players not allowed to have a bad game, given everything that he has done and the amazing saves that he has put forward across the entirety of this season when he didn't even start as our starting keeper. He came back in. There was obviously a lack of confidence early. They put Danny Ward in, and he's come in and he has risen to the occasion. Was this his best game? No, it wasn't. And he had done an amazing save, which is why he was laying on the ground and got kicked in the back. Yeah. And they got a goal. That's not on him. So was I frustrated in the moment sometimes? Yes. Do I think we should be tossing him? No.
Yeah. Well done.
No.
Let's go around the horn.
And the last goal of the game, to follow on what she just said, the last goal of the game, not only the kick in the back, but the last goal of the game was in like the last minute at 120 minutes, which was really almost 130 with all the extra times that the ref put on. And our legs were tired. The back three was almost, well, actually it wasn't, because it was
he pulled Max off at that point, right? I'm guessing. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah.
But so, I mean, and that was the most informed striker, according to everybody, that scored that last goal.
Yeah, he had a hat trick the other night. Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, he didn't make a save against a guy who's one of the top leading scorers in the Premier League.
Pass
I
it around to,
think.
sorry, before
Go
you
ahead.
go.
No, go ahead.
No, before you go, I'm just gonna read Ted's thing. I'm not taking him out, but I just wanted to, like I said, I want to have the conversation because I don't think it's fair if we don't have the conversation. And it's not, the problem with AO is he continually makes the same mistakes, goes to the ground early, doesn't control the box, poor distro, gives up second shots, etc. Okay, that's it. I don't want to go. I don't want to go that deep, but I just looked at he had a 4-1 tonight, and you're right. Hip Cromer's right. You can have a bad game. We can have a bad show, for God's sakes. I can go out and do something bad, whatever during the day and make up for not something bad, but have a bad day and recover the next day. I get it, but I just want to address it because today I was like, fuck, he just, I know the first goal wasn't his, but I just want to have the conversation because I think we need to, and I'm not digging anyone out, but I just want to talk about AO for a second here.
And I think another problem is nobody really knows where Ward's at. Yeah, he's sitting on the bench, but none of us have seen him play.
Yep.
So we don't know where he is at. So if he's not ready to come on, are you really throwing in the towel by putting him out there?
I don't think he'll drop AO. I don't think he will. Go ahead.
No, I agree. I think AO has really, really grown. I think that the largeness of the occasion may have gotten to him after that goal that ricocheted off his back. I think that he started the game confident, and I think he was rattled a little bit and lost a little bit of confidence and made the mistakes he made. And this is another opportunity for him to learn and grow. I'm sure that there will be an opportunity for him to watch some of that tape back and learn from whatever mistakes he may have made. And
I'll say this to you.
We go again.
I'll say this to you right now. If we got it to penalties, Habs, I would have banked him to save one. I would have banked him to save one of the penalties.
I agree.
Yep.
And
Look,
I
Go ahead.
I look at it as I would any student, right? Yeah, you effed up that test today. Go again. Try again. Learn from the mistakes. So.
Yeah, he's starting against Hull for me for sure, 100%.
Yeah, and just to be incredibly pragmatic, if he's going to have a bad game, I would really rather it be this game than a league game.
100%.
Yeah,
that's it. If he's going to have a shitty game, have it be an FA Cup game and not one of the ones where we're wanting to place ourselves well.
Sure.
100%.
One thing I wanted to say was back to the Access simulation. I want to bring that there. Here's the thing: when they were playing in the cup games, they played against lower.
Way to stay on top. Way to stay on top. There you go. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to. I didn't get my main point out. But the thing is that when they went up against other teams, they didn't respect them. They did not respect them, and they put so many goals past other teams as well. They put so many goals past. They put so many balls in the net with them, and they didn't respect them that way. And they didn't need to do that. Didn't need to do Access simulation. They had to do it with us. They had to do that because they only do this in the Prem when they're going against difficult teams. They do.
Yeah,
because they're trying to get any little bit of edge. Any little bit of edge they can get.
You know who else is doing it too? Arsenal. That's a big complaint with Arsenal this season.
Hey, yes, I have a question.
They do it with each other. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
I put it in. I put my thing. My idea of ending simulation altogether in Retro Time. I call it the triangle of mutually assured destruction. I mean, I think
triangle of mad.
Oh God! What do you say, Donna? What are you saying?
I have a question. Besides Scuba Steve, that didn't make the lineup tonight.
Yeah.
Who else did we have that's on the roster that's not injured?
That's it.
Kabore, he implied that was injured.
Chief, Kakache, James, and Maddie James and Aaron J. I mean, we're very light right now.
So basically, we only have one guy that's not injured that didn't play wasn't in the lineup for today's game.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So J-Rod, useless at this point because he's not played, and Dan Scar. So Dan Scar was the only guy, and I mean that loosely because he's not played. I'm not saying it's Scar. Scar's the only guy other than Danny Ward that was like didn't get basically on the pitch. J-Rod has played. How many? Okay, here we go. Sorry, Don. I'm going to prove your point. How many minutes do you think he's played this season? J-Rod, how many minutes?
5.
7. 7.
Oof. Hey guys, I gotta run.
All right, Esteban. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Peace.
See, and that's why I'm surprised he didn't bring Scuba Steve, because Scuba Steve, until January, has played every minute probably of every game Sheffield Wednesday played.
I hope he's not injured. I hope he's not injured.
I mean, think about this. We're getting pretty close to the international break as well. So he's got to play for a qualifying team for Jamaica as well. And it's going to take him some time to properly integrate because he's a new player. And he's probably going to be, I think Parky's trying to figure him out how he could how to utilize him. Because it's the same with Jack Marriott. I mean, it took him a while to really fit into the system in League Two. And as soon as we get into League One, he became one of our best scorers.
He can, why would he put on J-Rod instead of Scuba Steve today in the squad?
That's my
Because
question.
J-Rod's played Prem.
Yeah,
That's how they operate.
you're right. Yeah,
And he's played with us as well. He's played with us far longer than Cadamartri has. So
yeah. Wow. I hope he's not. I hope there's nothing wrong with him. We can't afford that right now at this point. Not that he's like useful in the front. We don't know. But anyways, well,
We'll find out Tuesday.
We will, Donna. We will.
Because Dobson can't be on the bench.
They have to appeal that. I'm sure that was a shit red card. It really was. If I'm wrong, I'm fine. I don't care if I'm wrong. It's just
a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people. There's a lot of mixed opinions on this. Some people on TalkSport are saying that as well. And like was it Jermaine Pennant and what's the other guy's name? The black.
I don't know which show you're watching, but
I think it was Andy something, but it's not. He's not the only one. Others were saying it as well. There's a mixed opinion. Mark just basically rage quit. Mark Goldbridge. He rage quit when he saw that on that football. Yeah, he was doing the show.
Yeah,
and then when he saw
the show earlier, he kicked me off his show.
No, I mean like on that football when he did the when he saw the Dobson red card at VAR, he's like, "Nah, I'm not doing it." He's like, He thought it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He literally rage quit from that.
Did he? Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube that he rage quit midstream, like when it was 2-2.
Did he do worse than I did? He did 2 hours.
Yeah,
I watched Goldberg for like 10 years now.
Yeah, but the 2 hours doesn't cover all the match. It's all the stuff before the match. The match starts a little bit later when in the stream.
Hold on. Oh, did he? Hold on.
I think 99% of people would say it was an absolutely fine tackle. Oh, it's going to VAR.
This one?
You're going to VAR. It's going to VAR for red cards. I'm out. Forget this. I'll tell you what. I wasn't doing extra time anyway. If he gives him a red card, I'm switching this off. I'll tell you, this referee's shit. He was shit in the United game. He was shit in the City game. This is ridiculous. It's an FA Cup game. It's 2-2. Everybody's enjoying it. That is not a red card. It's just a late tackle. It's a genuine attempt to get the ball. There's nothing red about that at all. If he gives a red there, that's a fucking joke. You know why they're going to give a red? Because he caught him a little bit with the studs. That is not a red card.
He does not shut the stream down. He doesn't.
Ganacho's done more roles than a fucking
Watch.
Even producer Ann would never let me shut a show down. Is he
Watch
really?
it. Watch it.
See you later. Fuck the FA Cup. Fuck that referee. Fuck VAR. That's stupid. Absolute fucking joke. There's nothing even wrong with Ganacho as well. Fuck it. The game's gone. See you later. Bye bye.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He really did. He really did.
That's going to be a big talking point. That's going to be a big talking point. Our match.
Yep.
We win in any way because we get to have this big talking point by Monday when it comes. That's going to be a big talking point.
Wow. Sorry about the cussing. I mean, I cuss all day, but I didn't think he would actually do that. I mean, I watched Mark for 10 years since he started. I would never shut up. Never, ever.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's because that is some people. It's going to be disputed. It is. I mean,
yeah.
It's one of those situations where you think, is it a red card? Is it not a red card? Some people agree it's a red card. Some people agree it's not a red card. And
it's egregious.
It's gonna, yeah, but it's gonna happen with everyone. But here's the thing: we get a lot of compliments. We've been. I've looked on X. I've looked on TikTok. I haven't seen it on Instagram yet, but everyone's giving us compliments. They're saying, like, well, except for the really stupid.
We won today.
Except for the really brain dead Chelsea fans. The really brain dead ones that are celebrating it and bragging like they've just beaten one of the best teams in the world. Like thinking that it's like they've beaten prime Barcelona. That's everyone else, every other fan base, even the Chelsea fan base as well. The ones that aren't ridiculous, they're like, yeah, you're getting a lot of praise. You pushed us to the edge. You guys deserve to be in the Prem. We hope to see you next season.
We'll see him next season for sure. And I like what we did. But I love it.
How does the VAR work in that handball situation? Like when the play didn't go out of bounds.
It should have been reviewed, Donna. I don't know the exact rule. It was reviewed. It should have been a little bit more of, I'm sorry to cut you off. But it should have been reviewed or at least looked at. They apparently did look at and could have cleared it. It was he had it. His arm was here. But it should have been reviewed at some point down in London. I'm guessing. I don't know if
the thing is that the only way to really get that reviewed is because, and this is something that only Prem clubs are used to doing, is that you have to make them. You have to go to the ref. You have to make them review it, and then they'll go straight to the box, the VAR box, to look at it and see, okay, is this a thing? They do a proper VAR check.
Yeah, and I think it's funny because Parkinson's, how do you train going into VAR? And maybe this is not Haim. Haim was our captain today. I'm sure if you watch the game back, I'm sure Parkinson, if you can see him on the sidelines, he probably was going apeshit. Maybe if we did make them review it, maybe there's something there, but they didn't do it. It wasn't going to happen. It was. It should have. If we had if we were Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, that would have at least been reviewed. It would have. It definitely would have.
You would have to got on the captains. You would have to get the captains say no. You have to look at that. They did. They got a handball. You have to get the players to just show no. You have to check that on VAR. You have to get them to do that because otherwise they're going to think, okay, what's going on? Because it's all down to interpretation. There's this weird line of subjectivity and objectivity towards this, and it gets crossed all the time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know what? It is what it is, and it's been a. I'll say this too, and Hip Karma will pat me on the back for this. It's been a good day for Wrexham, and all around. But it's late. It's 5:30. I got to jump myself. Let's go quickly around the horn with last words, and I will let you decide who wants to get us out of here. Let's go.
I'll go first then, so that I'm not the last one. My last words are, it says a lot when you sneaky bastards.
Okay. Well, okay.
I can't hear anybody.
You can hear Don. Okay. Go ahead, Carmen.
It says a lot to me when Rosenia says in the post-match interview that that was one of the hardest games they played this season.
Done. It's true.
So I'll take that, and I'm out. Bye, guys.
Go read Farrell, Hip Karma. All right, Habs.
I can't hear you, Josh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Donna.
Do you want to let Donna have the last word first?
Sure. Donna, she can hear us. Let me try this again. Donna. Damn it. I don't know what happened there. Go ahead, Habs.
I was going to say, in terms of this, we have the players. They look disappointed after the match, but the players, they're going to be like that. They wanted to win, but the fans, they saw them fighting and bleeding on the pitch, and they cheered them on, even though they looked down when they were. You know the usual thing that players do: they clap at the end just to do your thing. The fans were cheering. The fans were cheering. They cheered for them.
Different gravy.
They cheered them on because they saw that they did not give in to the last bit. They went up against a Big Six club in the EPL, and they cheered them to the end. And they may have been sad when they may have felt down when they were in the changing rooms. But Robin Ryan went in there and probably just told them, "You heard the fans. They were cheering. We were cheering, and and this is progress. We're seeing real-time progress. We should go into the league matches. We could go on a real tear now. We can, because we've unlocked a new level of depth, capacity, and a new ceiling level where we can do this kind of damage to anyone now."
Yep. You're damn right, Habs. Good shout, Habs, and good shout on both shows today as well. If you're around tomorrow, we'll do a ring and rant show. If you're around, come in, man. Good to see you, man, and good calls today, my friend.
No worries.
All right, you stay wherever you are out. Be safe.
My location is possibly in Taiwan, or it could be in Tunisia, in Tunis. Could be there.
Jesus Christ! All right, get out of here. Later, buddy. All right.
See you in a bit.
See you. Cheers. Donna, can you hear me? No, Donna's gone. It's just me. It's just me. I feel very alone. What do we do now? It's just us. Sorry, Donna couldn't hear anything. Had to clear. Sorry, Donna. Thank you for coming in. Great shout. Hope you're feeling better. Good to have you in. What do we do now? It's just me. I'm just fucking around. All right, listen. If you made it to an hour and 23 minutes of the show, fly off to my boy BJ Ford. Listen, I think we started the show and I wanted to have different energy. There are interviews up. I had the Phil one ready to go. This was up here too. Let's listen to a minute of it and then we get us out of here.
It was a very hard-fought performance. You can take a lot of pride out of just how proud are you of your players at the end of that. Yeah, immensely. We've gone toe-to-toe with a really good side tonight and didn't look out of place. And that's the pleasing aspect of the night, the pressing, the organisation. The tactical understanding of what was required was really good. And we spoke to the lads yesterday about, making sure that, that's part of it. Having the belief and the confidence to play against the team of Chelsea's quality, and I felt we married those two parts of the game together well. And honestly, second half, I could feel we were going to win the game. I really felt confident. It wasn't to be. There's some big talking points on the night, but before we go to the sending off, to go down to 10 men and then go an extra time when there's so much energy being used already is enormous credit to the lads. And even with 10 men in the second period of extra time, we had chances. Obviously, the disallowed goal, Lewis's left foot shot. And we've had moments such as taking the game to penalties. So we never gave in. We kept believing. And It was an exciting night of cup football. As you'd imagine, the dressing room was a little bit quiet, but the lads, when they wake up tomorrow, and the supporters will wake up tomorrow, you know they've been part of an exciting cup side, but not only that, a really good Wrexham performance.
I'm going to leave it there because that's all that really needs to be said, and I want to leave it at that. It's been a good show. Not one that I was thinking I would do tonight. In fact, I thought I would leave it to tomorrow, but I appreciate Habs, Hip, Karma, and Donna coming in, and all of you in the chat, and all of you that watch later on. I'm very proud of this team today, and you know, everything went against us, but I'm really proud of what we did. So are the owners, and so is the team, and so is the club. And listen, can't win them all, but we won in a different way today. Fearless, Wrexham. Fearless. Fearless. Push Chelsea to the limit. Now let's concentrate on the league. We have a game on Tuesday against Hull City, which I think will give us a lot of confidence. So I appreciate all of you. Thanks for being patient tonight with us. Just a different shout tonight. What a great community, and everyone coming in and having their say. Donna, hope you get better as well. Hip Karma, good to see you. And Hab, always as well. So listen, and Esteban as well. Up to town, up TLP, as you know. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the local pundit, and on that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.